Fans noticed something unusual on Live with Kelly and Mark, a quiet absence, a changed tone, and questions spreading fast across social media. Was Mark Consuelos facing a serious health scare, or was the truth far different from the rumors? Today, Mark is finally opening up about what really happened, sharing an honest health update that shocked fans. Not because of fear, but because of the powerful message behind it. Stay with us as we reveal the real story everyone's been waiting to hear. For years, Mark Consuelos has been known as a picture of confidence, energy, and strength, both on screen and off. Whether appearing alongside his wife Kelly Ripa on Live with Kelly and Mark, or interacting with fans, Mark has always projected good health and positivity. That's why a recent moment on the show sparked sudden concern and emotional reactions from viewers across the United States. When Mark was briefly absent and then returned with a noticeably serious tone, fans immediately began asking questions, social media filled with speculation. Was this a health scare? Was something serious being hidden? Or was this another case of rumors spiraling out of control? As Mark finally spoke openly about his health, the truth turned out to be very different from the alarming headlines, yet still powerful enough to shock fans in a meaningful way. This is what really happened. Fans of Live with Kelly and Mark are incredibly observant. When Mark Consuelos was missing from the show for a short time, viewers noticed immediately. There was no dramatic announcement, no urgent explanation, just a quiet absence that felt unusual. In today's digital world, silence often creates more panic than facts. Within hours, online forums and comment sections filled with concern. Is Mark okay? Why wasn't he on the show? Is this a serious health issue? For many longtime viewers, Mark's presence feels personal. His chemistry with Kelly Ripa, his humor, and his openness have built a deep connection with audiences. Any disruption to that routine naturally raised emotional alarms. Rumors versus reality. As concern grew, so did speculation. Some online posts suggested a health scare, while others exaggerated the situation into something far more serious than reality. This is a familiar pattern in celebrity culture. A small unknown becomes a dramatic narrative. But behind the scenes, the truth was far calmer, more responsible, and ultimately more reassuring than the rumors suggested. When Mark returned to the show, he didn't avoid the topic. Instead, he chose honesty. Mark Consuelos finally speaks out. Upon his return, Mark addressed the situation directly, explaining that his absence was related to a routine but important medical procedure, something many people delay, avoid, or feel uncomfortable discussing. Mark revealed that he had undergone his first colonoscopy, a preventative health screening recommended by doctors, especially for adults over a certain age. He admitted openly that he had put it off longer than he should have. "I'm 54, Mark shared, acknowledging that the screening was overdue. That admission alone resonated deeply with viewers. Why this health update shocked fans? The shock didn't come from bad news. It came from honesty. Mark appeared healthy and energetic. He had never publicly discussed medical screenings before. The topic itself is often avoided, especially by men. Instead of a frightening diagnosis, Mark delivered good news. The results were clear, and there were no serious issues found. Doctors advised that he wouldn't need another colonoscopy for many years. Relief washed over fans, but so did reflection, turning a personal moment into a public message. Rather than brushing the moment aside, Mark used the opportunity to encourage others to take their health seriously. He spoke candidly about fear, procrastination, and how easy it is to delay medical checkups when you feel fine. This wasn't a dramatic confession, it was a responsible one. Viewers appreciated that Mark didn't sensationalize his experience. Instead, he normalized it. Kelly Ripa's supportive role. Kelly Ripa, always present and supportive, reacted with warmth and understanding. The moment between them felt real, not staged, not exaggerated. Their on-screen dynamic reminded fans why they connect so strongly with the couple. mutual respect, honest communication, shared responsibility towards health and family. Kelly's calm response helped ground the conversation and reassured viewers that everything was okay. A conversation many families avoid. Health screenings like colonoscopies are rarely discussed openly on daytime television. Mark's decision to talk about it challenged a long-standing taboo. For many viewers, especially men, this moment served as a wake-up call. Comments flooded social media from fans saying things like, "This convinced me to schedule my checkup. Thank you for normalizing this. I needed to hear this." That reaction alone showed the impact of Mark's honesty. Health matters more than fear. Mark admitted something many people relate to: fear of the unknown. It's easier to avoid medical tests than face potential results, but his experience reinforced a powerful truth. Preventive care saves lives. Early screenings don't just detect problems, they often prevent them altogether. Mark's story reminded viewers that taking responsibility for health isn't weakness, it's strength. Clearing up the misleading headlines. Despite the calm reality, some online content exaggerated the situation with words like crisis or health scare. These headlines created unnecessary fear. To be clear, Mark Consuelos is not battling a serious illness. There was no emergency diagnosis. His health update ended with positive results. The emotional response came from the conversation's importance, not from danger. Mark's update resonated because it felt human. He wasn't playing a character. He wasn't promoting an image. He was sharing a real experience that many people quietly go through. That vulnerability strengthened trust between him and the audience. Public figures influence behavior, whether they intend to or not. By discussing routine health screening openly, Mark Consuelos unintentionally became a role model for preventive care. This moment will likely be remembered not as a scare, but as a turning point where an uncomfortable topic was handled with grace. Being a TV host doesn't make someone immune to aging, health responsibilities, or medical anxiety. Mark's update reminded fans that celebrities face the same health decisions as everyone else. That relatability made the moment even more impactful. The emotional aftermath: relief, gratitude, awareness. After the full story emerged, the emotional tone shifted. Fear turned into relief. Speculation turned into understanding. Curiosity turned into awareness. Fans expressed gratitude that Mark chose truth over silence. What this means going forward. Mark Consuelos is continuing his work as usual, appearing healthy, active, and engaged. There are no reports of ongoing medical concerns. But something has changed: the conversation. This moment opened doors for more honest discussions about health, responsibility, and preventative care. So what really happened? Mark Consuelos didn't shock fans with bad news. He shocked them with truth, responsibility, and openness. In a world filled with exaggeration, this quiet, honest health update stood out, not because it was frightening, but because it mattered. And sometimes the most powerful stories aren't about crisis, they're about care. As the conversation around Mark Consuelos' health settles, one truth remains clear. This moment was never about fear, and it was never about bad news. It was about awareness, responsibility, and the quiet courage it takes to face something many people avoid. In a world where rumors spread faster than facts, Mark chose honesty. He chose to speak openly, not to alarm fans, but to remind them that health is not something to postpone, no matter how strong or healthy you may feel today. That message reached far beyond the studio lights and into living rooms across America. For many viewers, this wasn't just a celebrity update, it was a mirror. A reminder to check in with ourselves, to listen to our bodies, and to stop delaying the conversations that truly matter. Mark didn't share his story for attention, he shared it so others wouldn't ignore their own well-being. The relief fans felt wasn't only because the results were good, it was because the silence was broken, because someone they trust showed that taking care of your health is not a sign of weakness, it's an act of love for yourself and for the people who care about you. As Mark returns to his daily routine, his message lingers. Sometimes the most powerful moments on television aren't loud or dramatic. They're honest, they're real, and they leave you thinking long after the cameras stop rolling. If this story made you pause, reflect, or take action, then it mattered, and that may be the most meaningful impact of all.